Okay, we're back after some good coffee. So back to my mom's question.
Yep. So, and also what I would say is not to look for the short-term relationship, right? If you do deal, like for example, me personally, sometimes I even, I used to, I mean, on some deals, like not to make money that I'm supposed to make. For example, if there's a rental or something and there's a landlord doesn't want to return the deposit, maybe I can cover part of it because I can do
from
business.
your own pocket.
Exactly, because I can do more business with that client in the future. And don't look at the at the client from the money, I would say, point of view, right? Because first I'm looking at it as the deal, the way I can accomplish it, right?
Right.
And once it's done, once it's closed, then I see how much money I can make. But if you're just thinking about the money, not about like your client, what he can rent or what he can buy, what he's getting, then it's kind of it's not helping, I would say. You know, it can guide you in a different direction if you're thinking about the money at first. And it's really important to look at the things at the long-term relationship, because you do business this time, maybe you didn't make the money that you were expecting, but
like now, but
yeah, then in the future. And like it's really important sometimes. Like I remember when especially when I was the beginning, when you meet someone and you spend time with that person and then you didn't close on him or her, and then you can be disappointed, right? And there's two ways you can I would say finalize that deal. You can just say that person, hey, you wasted my time, you go screw yourself, right? Or you can just say, look, it is what it is, man, don't worry, man, we'll do some business in the future for sure, just be positive. And I remember my clients' reaction, like people's reaction, when
they're like surprised.
Exactly, they were expecting something, you know, not nice, or at least something not positive. But I was like, hey guys, don't worry, I'm sure we'll do something in the future. And they're like,
wow.
Okay.
So you say literally like this, like congratulations on your apartment, what, like I hope.
No, even if they didn't do it, first of all, if like they close something, I tell them we're gonna close something in the future. Like for example, I had a meeting today with the people from Russia. They first time here, they want to buy something. At the beginning, they were thinking to buy, it's the first time in Miami, right? They were thinking maybe to get something up to $1 million, to stay there for a few months, and then to rent it out. And then by the end of the conversation, we figure out they do cryptocurrency. Waldorf accept cryptocurrency, and probably for them, for now, better to buy something pre-construction because they can buy it with a bigger price.
Like margin?
Because they can buy something up to like 2-3 millions because you don't pay everything up front, right?
Got it.
And the prices is going to increase over the time.
Right.
And then while they're here, they can rent something for 3-4 months and to see neighborhoods because they're not familiar with the Miami. They can stay here for a month, they stay in a different location for 4 months, same time they can buy this property because you don't have to come up with the full money up front.
Right.
And also I told them up front, look, this is not your first property, buy this one and then you can get something in the future after like a few years. Exactly. And with the people, coming back to the question, with the people who's not buying, who's not renting anything, it's also important to mention, look guys, it's not the last time that we see each other.
Life is long.
Exactly.
World is
big.
big.
You didn't close anything right now. You didn't rent anything. It's okay. Circumstances happens. Things change. It is what it is. I'm sure we'll do something in the future. And they feel relief, you know, because you don't blame them. For your time or something like that, you know.
What would you recommend to the beginning aspiring real estate agents, those who are only in the rental stage? Right now, you know, money is an issue because it's you know, lower commission, a lot of hustle, a lot of legwork, and sometimes, like even when I started out, you know, like you have a couple of rental deals per month, and then you're really hoping for the commission, and then the deal doesn't happen. Any recommendation on how to, like, cool, like basically chill a little bit and be like nice?
I'm like super like a patient person. At the same time, I was like so impulsive, like very impulsive. Like I can get into a fight like before, like within a few seconds. But it was back then. But with the business, I just look at everything. Look, things happens. You have to accept it. You know.
Right.
You have to accept it. You cannot put your emotions in front of your I don't know, business in front of you. You really have to. You have to control it, you know, because if you control your emotions, it helps in everything, in personal life, business life, relationship between people. It really helps a lot, and you need to learn how to control it. do yoga, meditate, exercise. You analyze yourself, psychologist. There's a lot of different
What's your thing?
ways. I do everything that I just mentioned. I do meditate sometimes. I do yoga. I have psychologist. I do everything.
Wow. So you work with a shrink, a psychologist. You work with psychologists?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
Yeah, I do. Once in a while, like once, like every week, once in a week. I started not a while ago, maybe 6 months ago or something. I used to. I did yoga like 2 years ago. I started first time like maybe 2-3 years ago. Yeah, yoga helps a lot. Meditate sometimes, and you really have to like
do something.
You have to do something. You have to analyze yourself as well. You know, not just to react with everything that happens. It's like it's life. You know, like I'll tell you. Like I remember one story. I was driving with my brother, and I was on the phone a lot of the time. I'll be honest. I'm a bad driver, but I didn't have any like bad accidents when I was on the phone. And my accident, it's not my fault actually. It's someone else's fault.
Some other person did it.
So, and I remember at one day I was driving and someone just cut me like in front of me, you know.
Like in front of you.
In front of me. And my brother started cursing. I was like, "What happened?" And he's like, "What did you see this
motherfucker?"
Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "I didn't see anyone, you know. I didn't really pay attention to it. Whatever it is, he cut me, you know. I just stopped, you know, like."
So you just chilled?
Yeah, the way you react, you know, why, like, if you kind of control it, it's like, it's not you controlling it, you don't really see it, you know, like with the time, it's not happen like overnight, but once you work on it, you don't even realize that things happen, but you really don't really realize. Yeah.
This is priceless. So two takeaway, right? For me, takeaways for me basically. Control your emotions, and also find whatever works for you. Doesn't have to be the same what Denis does, right? Doesn't have to be meditation or psychologist, or maybe it has to be, but whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat, basically.
Yeah, I would say you have to not to forget about your body, about your mind. You know, with the business, we like work 24/7, but also you have to. I know you do marathon. You have to take care of. Like it's kind of meditation, right?
It is. I forget it. Once it's longer than 2 miles, I don't even remember it.
People don't think sometimes the meditation is not just about sitting like this and to meditate, but the fishing is kind of meditation. Marathon meditation. New experiences. It is meditation. Like when you go to like personally, when I used to go first time to yoga or jiu-jitsu or some other stuff that I tried the first like time, you just there 100%.
Delve in.
It's kind of type of meditation, I would call it. So you have to try new things and not to forget to kind of put yourself out of your.
Don't stay in the box, basically. Do stuff. Do shit. How many apartments it takes to be shown before a client buys this apartment on average? I know it can vary from like 0 to 100 maybe, right? But like from your experience.
No, I don't show.
Because this is a question I got asked a lot.
Yeah, I don't show more than 10 for sure. Maybe like 5, 6, more, less than 10, that's for sure. Much less.
Less than 10?
Less than 10, yeah, less than 10. Because what I do, like I downsize, like for example, if somebody asks me like, from recent transactions, like request, right? The guy is asking, like cryptocurrency guy, hey, Roman.
We're gonna talk about that as well.
For example, he's asking for 1-bedroom apartment, $500,000 in a neighborhood of downtown. And we downsize, like for example, there's like 200 properties in that budget. Out of 200, we search like, we downsize to like 30. From 30, we pick like a best, like no more than 10 options, like 5, 7, no more than 10, that's for sure. And then out that 10, the person pick only like a few, like I don't know, 3, 5.
Got it, but so it's narrowed down already.
But I always tell my client, look, I put all my experience there. Instead of sending you like 200 apartments or like 50 apartments. I used to do that when I started. I used to send like 100 properties, like 50 properties, but it was.
Got it.
I didn't have experience.
And as a side note as well, I talked to someone who worked with you before, and then I also talked to a few more people about general experience with real estate brokers in Miami. And the guy that worked with you before, he told me that he probably contacted like 5, 6, 7 different brokers beforehand, and then what he got it's like a bunch of listings. It's like, here is listings for you, that's it. And then they say, but it's not even what I'm looking for. And unlike them, what you sent, maybe it wasn't like a 100 apartments list, but it was something specifically tailored for them. and they really appreciate it because you read the mind, and you also save the time.
Yeah. You have to understand what the client looking for. And the thing is, in reality, a lot of people, they don't know what they're looking for. Like, how come the person can be 100% sure that he's looking for I don't know, house in Miami for $1 million if he's coming to Miami first time? Maybe in his experience, like, for example, I have a guy, he's like today guys, like today clients, they're from Russia, but they live in Spain, they have a house in Spain.
Oh, nice.
And you know, they were looking at, they mentioned house, but then they said no house. Because from their life experience, they used to live in a house and they think probably a house, but when they did some research, they realized for $1 million, you're not gonna get a good house in Miami. You know? Right. The same as they had in Spain, right? So, but once you kind of talk to that person, you realize what they're looking for, kind of guide them, and you're trying to read their ideas, what they want, what they're looking for. Then you narrow it and you tell them, look, here's what you're looking for. Especially with the sellers, you know, with the buyers. I'm sorry, with the buyers, because I have a lot of people. I remember when they are, for example, you can, especially with Russian speaking people, if you tell them about pre-construction, they kind of afraid of it. They're like, no, pre-construction is not good. What if it's not going to build?
Oh, so like there's no trust because
exactly.
sometimes some of them would get experience, like they invested and then the house was never built.
Exactly. They've heard about it, or maybe they had experience. But once you start talking to them, once you explain them, look, this is a different country, it's a different world.
Right.
And then eventually they ended up buying pre-construction. At the beginning, they said it's never going to happen. They're not going to buy it because they had that experience, or maybe because their friend told them, and this and that. But then in reality, they ended up buying pre-construction. So you have to really work it out.
And communicate like you always do. From your experience, like say someone tells you like my budget is $1 million, right?
Yeah.
And you say it's not really carved in stone. It doesn't have to be $1 million. Like you can stretch a little bit.
Yeah.
From your experience, roughly, I know it's individual, but like roughly, what's the range to the point that, you know, what's the point till when you can raise it up a little bit?
I mean, you got to talk to person, you know. I would say it's all relative. Some people, they can tell you like it's 1 million. For example, with these guys who approached me today, the budget is 1 million, right? So we'll see. I'll take him tomorrow to Waldorf, and I'll let you know what the budget is going to be.
Okay.
So there is a pre-construction. You have to pay everything up front, right?
Got it.
And you can, from 1 million, you can increase up to like 2, 3, 4, 5 millions, because you're not paying all the money up front.
Because you can also leverage.
Exactly. It's over 4 years. You put deposits, you know, every like here and then. And with the people, like for example, I'll explain how it works in our minds, right? You have money, right? But you've heard houses in Miami worth like $1 million.
Right.
And you're gonna ask about the house in Miami for $1 million. And you're gonna tell your broker, I'm looking for $1 million. But if your broker is gonna tell you, look, for 1 million, he's gonna talk to you a little bit, right? He will say, okay, maybe, because you have to ask, me personally, I ask, what type of business they do, what properties they have, you know, if they, to understand, you know, if they drive in a Rolls Royce and they tell you they want to buy something for $500,000, probably it's not their budget, you know, maybe they're looking at 10 times more.
They warming up.
Yeah, and you have to talk to them, and then maybe, you know, they will figure out. Bye guys.
So see, I'm becoming like you guys in Miami, know everyone around.
As I told you, it works. So, and then you kind of talk to them, right, for a little bit, and then they realize for 1 million they cannot get house they wanted, and they can increase it up to 2 million, maybe up to 3 million. Maybe if they can get a mortgage up to 5 million, who knows?
So they can raise up.
One client right now, we were looking for villas like around 6 million, 5 to 6 million, but this is their first villa, because they want to come to Miami. They haven't been here first, and then they want to buy something for up to like 15 million. They have money, they can buy now up to 15 million, but they said they want to invest in something else, in the development, so that's why they want to stake up to 5 million in a property.
Got it.
And then to go higher. But we'll see, maybe they will get something higher right now. Because at first they said they want something for 3 million. Then now we are about 5 to 6 million. And then they send me links for 6.5 450, 6.5. So you know it's increasing. They see
Right,
better deal.
right.
They like it. Okay, it's like I always say that story. I remember like I don't know how many years ago, but I went to buy my Honda Accord. It was a 4-door. I needed it for work.
It's a good car.
Yeah, I was doing real estate back then. It was 7 years, no, like 8 years maybe. No, it was 9 years. Yeah, it was 9 years.
When you started out, pretty much.
Yeah, when I just started. Yep, it was the beginning of my career. Yeah, so and I went there, and I was planning to buy Honda Accord, and then was a BMW 3 Series convertible. And a friend of mine, he's like, oh, he was with me, and he said it's a good car for this price. You gotta get it. I was like,
damn.
okay. And you know, I've sold it myself, and I ended up buying that BMW.
Which would be higher, probably
price,
much higher
sure.
than
Yeah,
Honda.
yeah, like 1.5, like maybe the price was yeah, probably like maybe 50% more.
But you ended up buying more because...
And it was a different type of car, right? It was 2-door convertible. It was a different product.
Yeah, yeah.
But
so it's like going from 2-bedroom to 3-bedroom with outdoor space.
Yeah, and going to house or something. It is reality, you know. It's not carved in stone, as you said.
Yeah,
you know, things change. You just have to talk. You have to analyze. You have to adjust. You have to.
Right.
You have to.
Which boils down to what you said: communicate with clients, talk a lot, listen a lot.
Listen a lot is.
So what? This is proportion-wise. You listen like 75%. You talk 25%. Something like this.
Especially at the beginning, I listen a lot. I can jump on a call with a lead. Like for example, I remember from my experience, I had leads. Just I call them first call, and I can be on the phone over an hour just from the first call, and I talk.
Is it like you consult people, or like you listen
know
to
when
them?
someone wants to buy a $5 million house, and I figure out from the first call, you know, I can be on the phone for over an hour. That's fine. You know.
All right, so time value of your hour.
Yeah, it's worth it. You know. So. And usually they talk more than I do. Like I talk maybe 20%, and they tell me about like what they're looking for, what they do, what they want, and this and that. The people like to talk, you know.
They do.
If you know how to listen, you know. So
got it.
yeah.
Okay. What's like your 3 main or favorite ways of generating leads? Like I would say, you know, 3 top
lately,
sources.
I do. Not the PPC, the targeting on the Facebook and Instagram.
Like Facebook ads?
Yeah, Facebook ads and the Instagram ads. I do receive leads from there. People that I met today for $1 million request, they're from YouTube.
YouTube, because you have your channel that you guys can follow as well. You have to speak Russian, or it's in English as well?
No, it's in Russian now, but I'm working on my English. I'm gonna start my English channel too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm working on scripts right now. So I probably will start shooting in maybe 2 months, because I want to prepare scripts and then to start it out.
We'll basically put the links. You guys can see that.
Yeah, you can sign up for Instagram. And
Instagram would be probably the best way, right?
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, and then I will share it.
Nice. So Facebook
YouTube,
ads, Instagram,
yeah, YouTube. Like it's not that a lot of them, but I did close one deal. It's 450. Oh, no, 400.
Okay.
It was in December, and actually that client, he's a good friend of mine now.
Okay.
He approached me today. Not approached me. He called me. He's looking for another property.
Here in Miami.
Yeah, for 525. And first property I haven't seen. We bought it without seeing it. So I didn't see. There was
insane.
There was tenants. We couldn't see it, and 2 properties before that one went under contract because it was tenants too, and we were waiting. And then he said, "Okay, we're not gonna wait for showing. Just send a contract."
So you just do like pictures and floor plans?
Yeah, pictures, floor plans.
Do you need to sign like sight unseen, some paperwork?
No, we didn't sign anything. No.
Okay.
And then we did inspection. At inspection, he saw the property. He likes it, and I didn't see the property at all. And then
this is the true mastery.
And
like
he FaceTimed me from when we closed. He moved in, and he FaceTimed, and happy. And they're like, "When are you gonna come to see a property?" I was like, "Guys, don't worry. You're happy, I'm happy, you know."
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, now they buying second property, and
insane.
probably we're gonna do the same
this
thing.
is cool. This is good job.
Lately I've closed. I don't remember how many, but we closed deals without seeing it. And I had one deal, client from. I had one girl. She's in my team. She's out of country. She's in Russia.
Okay.
So she's in. She closed client. He from Kiev. She from Russia. She hasn't been in Russia. He in Miami. I'm sorry, in Miami. The client never been in Miami, and he bought pre-construction here in Miami.
So a Russian person in Russia closes a Ukrainian person from Ukraine in Miami without both of them physically being here.
Yep. Never.
How can you do that?
Never. And by the way, she closed two properties at Waldorf, because she's on my team. We works on the deals together, and 2 deals at Waldorf. One is for 2.5, another for 2 million.
Crazy.
And Armani at 2 million, and the villa that I mentioned for 6 million that I negotiated to 5.5. She also the one who found that lead.
It's crazy.
So she's in Russia. She's never been in Miami, as she already did this year in sales. So 5.5, 4.5 is 10 million with 2 million in Armani, 12 million. So over 12 million, like 12.
And I imagine that she makes way more money than you would have like on your regular Russian job. I know it's a funny question. It's probably times more.
Yeah.
Put 0 at the end. Before we jump into the question.
Yeah, man. She made like maybe, I don't know, like 200K maybe this year.
So it's what, like 14 million rubles?
Yeah.
Average salary is probably, I don't know, 500 per year rubles, 500,000 rubles, something like this.
In dollars, let's put this way: 200K in dollars a year is an average. In Russia, in the dollars.
20?
5,000?
5,000.
5 to 10,000.
5,000.
Yeah.
She
average
made 200.
in her city, that's for sure.
Man,
yeah, 5 to 10,000, no more than that.
That's a social lift.
She's been with me for 3 years. She's super loyal, and she's been with me through tough times. And right now is a good time for her, for company as well, for sure.
Listen, before we jump into the team question, so you had YouTube leads, you got Facebook ads leads, Instagram leads. I guess your personal network, right? People refer to you.
Yeah, referrals. I do have clients. I have one client. They bought like 8 properties with me. His referrals. I mean, not referrals. He was referral from someone else, but he stick to me. So yeah, referrals. I would say targeting, right? Facebook, Instagram, all of that. Then people just comment from Instagram. They send messages. We're looking for, especially in the winter. Man, in the winter it was crazy. Wow. You won't even believe it was so many requests for rentals, mostly for rentals, some of them for sales as well. But it works. Yeah, it's not like there is no golden rule, you know. It's only from, it's not only from like referrals or something. It's from everywhere, little by little, you know. That's why I try to put like myself.
But I imagine referrals take significant portions with your experience and knowledge and network.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the referrals, you never know when it's going to work. Someone can call you like after 5 years or 7 years. I have clients they've been renting with me for 5 years, and they just bought a property at the Trump in Sunny House for 1.133. Yeah, 1,133,000, and this client's been referred by someone else. So it's
Any TikTok clients?
I actually had a couple of rentals from TikTok. Yeah, but honestly, I don't put enough time to TikTok because I don't have. I need someone to help me with that, like you know, in a team. Yeah, I'm thinking about to have someone who can help me with that. But I'm sure it works for sure.
It does. You
just have to put time in it.
Right.
Like anything else, you know.
Yeah, everything in life.
Yeah, like in the YouTube also, I invest a lot of money. You know, you just do videos. You put money. I have a team. I have guys who edit videos. I have Alex. We're doing videos. We're gonna put his link too. Guys, any videos in Miami, he's pro.
He's great. He's great, man. Super professional.
And so what I was saying that you put a lot of money.
Effort.
You like, for example, in YouTube, I invested, and then I don't know, maybe after over a year, I closed my first deal.
It takes time to build.
It takes time, but once you like build it, and then you get in your return on your money, especially with the real estate sales. It's not like rentals or even something with a smaller closing.
Do you think the challenge is also with this, like, you know, they say ROI, return on investment? You have like regular companies, regular brokerages that would say, oh, you know, we don't use much of social media now, but we're kind of thinking about it. And then they approach, you know, marketing companies and say, okay, I'm going to invest X amount of dollars right now. What's the return of investment? And the marketing company would usually be like, I mean, we don't know. It depends on million of things, but also it takes time. So there's no way to really calculate that, right?
No, I don't know. Maybe someone can let me know how it works.
If you know, let us know. Yeah,
but in reality,
it takes time.
in reality, it's hard to analyze return on investment in real estate. It really takes time. You can close someone after 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. You know, if you follow up properly. So
right.
it's really hard to see a return on investment. But once you understand how it works, and that if you can invest in YouTube like 20,000-30,000 a year, like for example, like on a filming,
production,
scripts and everything, right? Maybe even more. It's just my budget, right? I have a team. It's I would say about like 20 to 30 years. But and then you can close one deal. It's 1 million, and all that money pretty much
it pays off.
Exactly.
It pays off. But
it's not just someone who came from YouTube. It also works for clients who knows you already, right? It builds a relationship, it builds your trust, brand, right?
And you talked about it with one of your guests on your YouTube channel about the customer's journey. Like you don't know, someone watched on YouTube, and then they're kind of not in a rush right now, and then they saw your Instagram post, right? And there's like, okay, Denis is the guy from Miami, and then they reach out to you.
Yeah, and you have to be everywhere, you know. You do YouTube, you do something else. Lately I do not a lot, but I need to do it more often, like collaboration that we do with you, right? It works, it helps, because someone can see here, someone can see you there, then someone else channel, and it helps, you know. It's like, okay, that guy is everywhere. Okay, looks
nice.
It works.
These two guys are everywhere.
Yep.
Any recommendation on the like a software that you use in terms of like CRM, maybe follow-up tools?
Me personally, I do use MailChimp as the email marketing, and AIM or AMMO. It's a Russian CRM, but I cannot say like I'm suggesting it, but I would say one of the CRMs that you can, like that CRM with a lot of functions. There is Follow-Up Boss. I know people use
Follow-Up Boss.
I don't know if it's good enough, but I know real estate guys, they're using it. But one of the CRMs that you can adopt.
Got it.
With your business.
Got it. And
with your team.
You regular Gmail, I assume. That's where you do your things. And for CRM, one of those two things, right? I guess it should be simple, so you can kind of use it all the time.
Just as simple. I don't like to be to work with the things that are too complicated. Like I don't know, Salesforce. I tried one time. I think it's like maybe for bigger companies, more different type of products or something. I think you have to spend time on something else, not just on trying to figure out how your CRM works. Right? You have to spend time on working. Right?
You do. Actually, with the client, like time with the client, right? You manage your team, right? You're the broker, like you're principal broker in the company. You're a salesperson, probably top closer in your company, I assume.
That's for sure.
How do you manage your team? Like maybe a few words in terms of how many people you have. I know that you guys work sometimes remote. You just mentioned some person.
I do have agents that under my licenses, right? They are on their own. They're experienced. They don't need any advice. We do meetings sometimes, like once in a few months, like a dinner or something, you know. And then I have a close team. I have a couple of girls here, like Irina, as you know, aware. I have.
She's great.
Yeah, I have also Daria, and I have guys that out of country, like remote. They are in the marketing, in the sales that I said. Alexandra in sales. I have movie editor. So
So you have a lot of people, probably what, 20?
I have 25 agents, and plus I have like close team, 2 guys here, and 1, 2, 3. I have a guy who does scripts right now. 2, 3,
so like
4, 5, like about six guys,
So over 30 people.
7 guys,
So and like 32, 33 people.
Yeah, like 32, 33. Yeah, I'm hiring 3 more guys that are gonna be in sales. On the out of country as well.
How do you structure the company in terms of, are you like in charge of everything, or you like?
For now, I mean, I have like you can call it like a main assistant. I don't know, Lena, she's in charge of some things. I give her some requests, and she's handling like a social media stuff. Then I have marketing guys. They doing everything. We do calls weekly. We're gonna have a call tomorrow. And then I have Alexandra. She's in charge of sales. And as I said, we're gonna hire. I had a couple more guys who's been in the sales, but they couldn't make it. Because you have to trust, you have to stick, you have to wait. So as I said, she's been with me 3 years. And she's happy now.
It's good.
That she didn't give up.
because
that's for sure.
it's easy to give up, especially in the beginning,
Of course,
first
of
few
course,
years.
yeah.
Like dropout rate in New York is insane. It's probably 85 to 90% in the first year. Probably in Miami it's similar. I don't know.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. It's easy to give up.
How do you hire people in terms of how do you make sure? I mean, if you can make sure that okay, like this person's gonna succeed because of this, and that, and like this person probably not because of this, and that.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice, or it's really trial and error?
It depends. I would say you have to try for sure to see like what works, what's not. Yeah, I would say it depends on the position, right? In the sales, I'm looking at the people if they have any experience now. Like for example, if the people out of country, I'm looking if they do have experience.
Right.
And those 3 guys, the last ones that they're gonna work with us, they looks pretty good. They do have experience with the sales. One of them with the sales in the real estate, all of them, and
so
with the sales on the phone. So they already sold things over the phone.
Got it.
They do have experience. It's much easier. Even more, like for example, in other fields, like in social media or something, as well looking if they do have experience. If someone
field,
here, like for example, I just hired a girl, Daria, she didn't have experience in real estate, but she's good with the sales. I gave her a lead with the cryptocurrency guy that we working together, and she closed him within like a week or something.
But she was selling something else before?
Yeah, she had experience, life experience here. You know, also looking at the guys, no offense to young guys who like under like 25 or 30, because I was there too. But
just a while ago, in reality, a year ago.
Yeah, but in reality, your mindset is not there yet. You know, you're not thinking about I would say you're thinking about different things, especially guys, maybe parties and this and that.
It's a lot of temptations as well around.
Exactly, especially cities like that. So I'm looking guys with the life experience. It's first, who over 30, who knows what they need from life, who wants to, I don't know, succeed in something, make money, and this and that.
Do you require any like a particular college experience, or it's not really important?
Really, no, I don't have, no.
Yeah.
No, it's not important. I think for me, the thing is, if you want to work in sales, you have to be someone who at least talk a lot, you know.
Right. That's actually, you just brought us to my next question. I wrote it down before. Top 3 skills that make successful real estate person. Top 3.
You gotta talk a lot.
Talk a lot.
Yeah. Like I'm saying not about something. You know, you gotta talk, of course, but you need to listen. You have to analyze, my opinion.
Analyze, like analytical skills.
Yeah, I would say analytical skill. You have to not just just throw shit. You know, like talk wherever you want to talk. You have to like see if the person in front of you interested to listen it. You know, because some people, I think I'm not bad with analyzation. Things in front of me, but sometimes people, they can like just talk, throw things, and you like look at them, and they don't understand. It's probably not that interested for you, but they continue of talking. You need to know when to talk, when to stop, what to say. Just to analyze.
Got it. So like communicate, like talk a lot, and then be quite analytical, like know what you're talking about. So let's say it's second skill.
I can say I can throw a couple more, and then you have to be consistent, right? If you do things, you have to keep doing it, no matter what. Do not give up. Because I had a couple of years ago, it was about bad time, like maybe 1 year ago, when I was doing a lot of videos with Alex, and we used to do videos in a lot of different buildings. It was a lot of effort, but I didn't close much. I'll be honest, I didn't close that much.
So the conversion would be not as good.
Conversion was nothing. It was nothing.
Okay.
It was a lot of videos, a lot of effort, but I've been putting money. I didn't. It was hard. Honestly, it was hard because you put in money, you put in time, you put in effort. You're not closing. Not because you suck, just because maybe I was sucking. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just because market wasn't there, and it didn't. Something wasn't there yet. I guess it was a time to put effort because, from my now experience, from my 9 years of experience, now I can say there's times when you don't do anything and just deals coming to you, you can close within a day or so. People for example, 19 million deal, he just came and I closed it within a week or so.
It's craziness.
And there's other deals as well. I closed without even seeing it. I'm getting deals. I tell one of my guys, agents, I kind of create like collaboration. They show it and we close it. I don't even show it because I don't have a time for it, you know. But sometimes there is a time when you have to like put effort, like show and do videos, like. But you have a lot of time to do stuff, but you don't really close. Like it was my experience, you know. So markets go up and down,
Got it.
But you have to always, when you don't close a lot, you still have to put effort. You have to market yourself. You have to do videos as I used to do. You cannot give up. You have to be consistent of doing stuff. You know,
persevere and just do it until you do it.
Just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And then I said that you have to maybe if you said something, if you said you're gonna call client tomorrow at 9 o'clock, you gotta call at 9 o'clock. If you said you're gonna do something like send them properties tonight, man, no matter what time you're gonna get home, send it.
How tired you are.
11 p.m. send it. Especially when, always do it. Of course, like if you, I don't know, you close only over 1 million deals and then you have request for 200,000, maybe you're not gonna be attractive to send him something. Of course, you will choose someone for $1 million to make it, you know, work, and then you kind of you see what makes sense commission-wise, right? But you have to do things if you promise it. You know, it's important.
Like deliver what you say, right?
Exactly,
or over-deliver as well. Sometimes you have to over-deliver, and that's what you teach new agents as well. Is there like any specific stuff you tell to your new agent in the first week or so? You know, I mean, probably first thing, don't fuck it up. But if you elaborate on that.
You know, I just tell them to work a lot. You know, that's most important. Just to work, to do things, to learn things. Just not to, like, if you have a feeling there is nothing to do, probably you're doing something wrong. There is something to do.
Something.
You can read stuff. You can go walk around your neighborhood,
explore
learn buildings. Just go see new listings. There's always something to do. There is always something to do. That's for sure.